When I visited Wind Cave National Park in 1996, it was only because the main road out of Custer State Park took us there. But that didn't stop us from taking pictures of the bison and the prairie dogs.
There's 335, 88, 278 on the Odo, 54, 84.6 on the trip. Still heading south on US 385 toward Wind Cave and Hot Springs.
In 2006, we were in Wind Cave because our plans to spend a few hours in Deadwood were canceled because of the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. We were completely distracted by the pronghorn and the prairie dogs before we got to the visitor center.
I'm trying to figure out what they remind me of.
How about prairie dogs?
Once there, we found a tour leaving in 5 minutes. Sold! We went to the car, got water, a jacket, went to the bathroom, and a few minutes later we were on a tour. We had visited Carlsbad Caverns the year before, but the rooms there are enormous. Wind Cave is more twisty little passages. The tour also starts at ground level and slowly works its way down into the earth, about 300 stairs down and 11 stairs up. Eventually, you end up about 200 feet below the surface. And the best part about the tour? Elevators! Walking down is okay, but not having to walk back up is even more okay.
Now, can I have a volunteer?
For what?
Well, I want to do a demonstration here. A little demonstration. It won't hurt, I promise.
Okay, raise your hand.
No, I didn't. I almost wanted to know what for though.
All right, now, this piece of string is 121 inches. Our cave is 121 miles. Minus the few knots. Now, to give you some perspective of how long our cave is, Cheyenne, Wyoming is only 116 miles away straight from here. Very long. Fourth longest cave in the world, sitting right underneath your feet. Now, a few caves in the world are like this, and to make this cave more accurate, we're going to take and put this cave back in the box here. So, if I can get your help. Here, we'll just... And we'll just drop it in there. It'll need to be. Unlike anything else that this woman has gotten from a cave, or anything else that this woman has gotten from a box, it actually fit back in.
Sure do.
All right, thank you. All right. Now this is what the cave looks like a little bit more realistically, because all 121 miles are squished under 1 square mile of the surface. So it's like a big maze. And with only 10 inches of string, what's the easiest way to get out of this maze?
Straight up.
Straight up? Well, it doesn't work too well in a cave, but...
Follow the leader?
Follow the leader! Beautiful. As long as you don't lose me, we'll be in good shape today. But just in case, ma'am, can I get you to memorize that map up there?
Got it.
All right. She'll be our backup plan now. But actually, it's a little bit funny though, because this map is only 10 years old and it's missing 50 miles. So even if she did study the map, it would only help you out a little bit. But that shows you how actively we're exploring the cave. And before we go into the cave, we also need to know what's down there. All right? What's down in the cave? There's this very special formation. Does anyone know what it's called?
The box stuff.
Box stuff?
Stalactites and stalagmites.
Not stalactites and stalagmites. It's the box stuff. It's the box work. And does anybody know what it's called? How it's made? Yes.
Just watched a movie, but I forgot.
We know how. Because of the rock that was formed and then that stuff filled in the cracks and then the rock disappeared, leaving the little boxes.
Don't touch it.
That was the one question that I'm supposed to stump you all with, and then I take the lead in the game of Stump the Ranger. All right, well, you folks will probably win the game now. I'll try to have the answer to every question you have, but just because I say I don't know doesn't mean that it might mean that I don't know it, but it also might mean that even the geologists who come to the cave don't know. There's still lots of mysteries about our cave. So we're going to see boxwork and a few other formations. We're going to explore this cave. Before we do that, we need to find the entrance. And to do that, we need to go on a little bit of a walk here. But so get in your minds what the entrance to the fourth longest cave of the world would be like. Imagine the entrance to the cave. And we'll see if we can't find it. Follow me.
Oh, my Carl's bad where you get down to the bottom of the elevator and they say, do it.
Yeah, that was self-guiding tool. He's going to be silly again.
Where are you from in Chicago?
North side of the city.
And we drove from Savannah to Lockport, picked up my brother.
Yeah.
Lockport,
That's a lot.
just south of Joliet.
Going on two wheels, huh?
Oh my God.
No, we actually trailed.
Oh, okay.
So, who's ready to explore the cave?
I'll just jump right in.
All
I
right.
think I could fit.
Well, most of us could probably fit if we really tried. I learned just last night that they're serious when they say you only need this much width and about this much height to fit through an area. It's not very comfortable, but it can be done. I thought they were crazy. I still think that they're crazy, but I've done it, so not as crazy. See what the game is up to today.
No, still is.
Still blowing out. Well, it changes. Right now, there's a lot more pressure in the cave than outside of the cave. And so the cave, all 121 miles of it, is trying to breathe out through this little hole. And so it kind of funnels it down really tight and it comes out of this hole. That's why we feel it. Now the wind can do the opposite too. If there's a really high pressure system above us, higher than what's in the cave can actually draw that air back down into the hole as well. It's because of this phenomena, wind going past this entrance, that we got the name Wind Cave. And this is the hole that those earliest explorers went down.
Not me.
Oh, I got the light behind me. That's not good. All right. I'm going to try and do something else here. I'm going to step to the other side of you folks here. Better grab the boat. All right. Now, so we found our way into the cave. We need to do just one or two other things here. The first thing we need to do is we need to talk about how we're going to protect the cave, all right, before we go in, because we got to think about that, right? Now, I don't see anybody with any soda cans or any food or gum, tobacco, which is good. There's one last garbage can to throw it in. Just throw it in there. Some folks want to tuck their gum around the corner, but nobody ever comes back for it. So, then they're like, hey Kevin, you're not doing anything. Here's a chisel. Have fun. So, just throw it in there. Also, we're not going to touch or lean on the cave or walk on the rocks of the cave. We're going to stay on the path today. But does anybody know why we're going to not touch or lean on the cave? We can break some parts of it, definitely. And the other parts we can damage just by touching them. There's parts of the cave that you can tell people have touched because they're so, well, it looks like someone greased it. They're smoother, they're shinier. Those are places where people have rubbed up against it a little too much. And that can happen with your skin or with something in between you, if you're with your shirt or something. So, and the other problem is that there's oils in our hands, and mess up the moving of water through the cave. So we definitely don't want to do that. The last thing we gotta know before going into the cave, there's a gate. I have to go in before everybody to unlock it, and I gotta be the last person in to lock it. So, if you need to leave the cave, please let me know. Last gentleman who decided not to bother the ranger and tried to leave the cave had to go to the restroom. Spent 40 more minutes than all the rest of his tour in the cave because he didn't want to bother the ranger. So, please, just let us know, all right? Bother the ranger because we can make some arrangements no matter where you are in the cave. So, all right? Now we're going to head on over there. Let's go.
How many years did it take to do this walkway through?
Well, the CCC helped us out with the original path and stairs here, so probably a number of years, but an exact time I don't know.
Blast in the way. Right?
Yeah, the flash on?
Yeah.
Sure.
I just bought it at a gas station.
Well, you can test it out.
I don't know how many will be left.
I was using a new video camera and the first time shooting high def. I was pretty impressed with the picture quality inside a dark cave.
Yeah, that's right. And the sun is just shining so bright down here, Dave. Yeah.
I'm going to pass you folks on the left here.
Okay, we're gonna even make room for you.
Everybody okay here?
Everybody good down there?
So far?
Okay. Ranger Kevin's on the way. I'll help you out.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
I'm not sure. I probably won't see through the deal, but
No, see, did your video camera not work?
I'm gonna bring the camera that way.
Yeah. You've got.
Yeah. I haven't. I just got it.
Oh, well, we do actually go quite a bit, don't we? Yeah.
Flash, just so you know.
I mean, I'm not saying that it's rules out that they aren't.
After all the grease,
No.
burn off the grease. Good luck.
Can you imagine putting a water slide in here? Basically.
Fast way down.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Water slide, luge, same type thing. It's way better than the.
Well, that's, I don't know.
I'm 5'2 3/4.
And it's you're almost, yeah.
So different than Carlsbad, isn't it?
Honeycomb type thing.
It's cool, it's like a beehive. Oh, neat. Oh no, did you bring another film, Dave?
I don't know how it'll show up though.
For me?
It's like next film. It's better than film. That's what changed.
No, you can do magic, right?
This is what we call frost work. It's very fragile. So right down in there, it's what we call frost work. It's a little mineral deposit.
Nice.
And it's not water, it's not frost. It's the same temperature as everything else. It just looks really neat.
But that light is gonna mess that up.
You want a picture of you?
I think when the flash goes strong. I think you press it. You see the light in the cave. Oh,
Yeah, when the flash goes, you can't see if you're pointing at another cave.
When you're letting go. Oh, yeah, you can't see very well.
No.
If you're kind of pointing in the direction. Just point in the direction.
Okay. Is there a viewfinder to look through?
Yes.
That doesn't help either. Okay.
Did you want to get back?
No, don't worry about it. Now, to recap what was already said, is that
Sorry.
no. I'm surprised. It's not. I'm very surprised when people actually know the answer. So, that these were actually once cracks in the limestone, and they got filled with that mineral called calcite, and it took on this shape, and then the limestone got dissolved away, leaving just the boxwork behind. It's kind of like if you had a house of sugar cubes and mortar. After the second rainstorm, all you'd have left is the mortar. And that's kind of what this boxwork is. And I did hear someone else saying something about boxwork. It is a very rare formation. But I'm going to leave how rare it is off into another little stop. So, yeah. Someone asked me about cave popcorn. Cave popcorn is the formation on the wall behind you.
Oh, there we go.
Cave popcorn looks like little kernels. I think it looks like cottage cheese. It might be a Wisconsin thing. And that explains a little bit about the cave here. Now there's only really two senses we can use in the cave here. Anyone want to guess which two senses?
hearing,
Hearing? Well, not smell as much.
touch,
But that is one we can use. Well, we can't use touch.
sight.
We can use sight. So the main ones we're going to use are hearing and sound. Hearing and sight. We're not going to use touch, and I really hope you don't use taste. It's probably better that you don't, because it'll probably taste like rock, and you never know where that rock's been. So it's better. But think back. Have you heard any sounds? Or have you heard any sounds missing from our cave that you've heard in other caves?
There's
Water.
water and
No
echoes.
dripping water. Because we don't have much dripping water. The water gets spread out because of the layer of rock above us. Okay? It gets really spread out. And so instead of the dripping down in one place, there's only enough water to seep or sweat out of the rock here. And so it deposits the calcite along the walls there, a little bit at a time. This is one of those formations we're worried about damaging. Just a little bit right there. Now, what was I going to say? Oh, now this formation also can grow on boxwork, kind of like this here. And when it does that, there's only a little bit on this one. You'll see it a little bit up ahead. I call it a box of cave popcorn. But keep your eyes open for it. It's in between this stop and the next one. There's a couple of good places to see it. But it tells us that the popcorn is younger than the cave. Because if it was forming on the boxwork before the cave was hollowed out, it wouldn't be there now. So it had to have been after the cave, so after it finished hollowing out. And that frostwork we saw is very, very similar to cave popcorn. The differences are very, very small. In fact, the only difference that really seems to matter is there was a little bit of wind. A little bit more wind blowing past where the frostwork formed. And so that's why it got pulled out into those frost-like fingers that we saw. Now, did you folks have any questions?
How come there are no bats in here?
Oh. Well, we don't see very many bats. There's a couple of reasons why they think. One is that bats are very picky about the thermostat,
Okay.
and we don't have a very good thermostat setting for them. Also, they got to fight against that wind to get it in the cave. So between those two things, we usually don't see bats in the cave. It's really more of a Motel 6 than an apartment building for them.
Do they like water?
Do they like water, bats?
Yeah.
They
There's
do
no
like.
water here.
Well, there isn't as much dripping water, which means there's not as much nutrients. That's kind of why we don't have other life. So even this far down in the cave, There really isn't any big life like salamanders or frogs or anything like that, or snakes. And if it is down here, it's probably pretty lost. Right. Any others?
I think you answered the question why there's no stalactites, and it's because no dripping water.
The water is getting spread out
Yeah.
too much. We do have a few, but they're very hard to find in our cave, which is, I think, part of the reason why it's so unique, because you can see stalagmites and stalactites in any cave, but boxwork is if you've seen boxwork anywhere besides Jewel Cave, you deserve a medal, pretty much.
Jewel Cave is not this cave, right?
It's not this cave. This is Wind Cave. Jewel Cave is a cave nearby that has a little bit of boxwork. They like to point it out in the few spots that they have it, because that's all that they have. But they're another very good cave. They have more stalagmites and stalactites than we do.
And where's that one?
It's about 45 minutes away. It's west of Custer. So
Okay.
it's another national park cave. It's another very good cave if you're looking for another activity to do, another cave to visit. So
Okay.
Where's that natural entrance? Enter the
that
cave?
natural entrance was about 17 steps in.
Oh, so was that hole in the...
So, well, it might have been that hole that you see most folks pass by it and never even know. So, alright.
No cave paintings, huh?
No, we haven't seen any. We haven't seen any real evidence of Native Americans coming down into the cave. We haven't found any cave paintings or really anything from them. Doesn't mean they weren't down here. It just means we haven't found it yet. So we don't think
Well,
they
they
were
might
down
have
here.
like washed away with the limestone too.
The limestone when the limestone was washing away, this room was full of water.
Right.
So
No, we were in Yellowstone a couple days ago, and we saw the geysers, and you could kind of see into some of them. And they kind of look like what these would look like
Oh,
if they
yeah.
had water in them. And
yeah, it's kind of similar. That's where some deposits, but in that case, it's coming up from the geyser, are getting deposited slowly over time. So you're right. I have seen some parts that look very similar to this, but a different set of circumstances came up with this kind of similar result. Oh, and for the record, the reason that the limestone dissolved the limestone away is because it had an acid in it. It's called carbonic acid. And you probably drank it today. I'm almost willing to bet you did.
one of the rare
But
times
you know
you
what?
get to have soda.
Yeah. Soda. This is why your dentist doesn't want you to drink soda.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah, there are a lot of holes around here.
The box will be unique, isn't it? Yeah.
Of course, I got the exposure boosted all the way up, so I don't know how grainy it's going to look.
Yeah, it looked pretty good.
Yeah. Well, you get real blind frogs.
That's a whole lot of water too.
Can you imagine trying to put the lighting in? And hide all the cords?
They have you look up as soon as there's a stop, you know?
Looks like an alligator head.
Uh-huh.
It does look like an alligator head.
See? His mouth. His teeth.
Well, look at that little... Oh, that's cool.
Oops. That one I want to do. See, I can't. I'm too close to everything.
Zoom out and just take the shot.
Okay.
Isn't that more cool? Look at the color of rock. Or just a different light. Blue light?
It's just a,
Or is it that frosty? It's a different color though. It does look like Christmas time.
Oh, I didn't see how many up. Or
Of all the boxwork we know about, really rare. Of all the boxwork we know of, 95% is in this cave. So, if you've seen it anywhere else, you deserve a medal.
How deep do we get from the surface?
Well, we'll end up about 200 feet down.
We'll end up around, we have a minute, yeah.
In this room, we'll get to. In this next room, we'll get to be about 180 feet.
Coffee. Oh, now we're getting down to the bottom. Watch out, artillery, shells and stuff like that.
Yeah, right hand yours.
No, those guys.
Should I be greedy and say that we shouldn't destroy the caves under this?
Well, there's always the argument of acquiring knowledge for knowledge. The extent and ecology of a cave system. Downstairs. Nobody kept track of the number of stairs were going down, did they?
Tom and Jesse Brigham in about 1881. I'm not quite sure of the pronunciation of their last name there. But Tom and Jesse, 1881. So people knew about it before then, but they were the ones that went back into town and said, hey, this place is cool. We want to put it on a map. So that's kind of why they get their fame. Is people knew about it beforehand, but they didn't make any claims about it. And so the elevator's going to take us to the surface. Bad news is I need to leave about half our group behind because I can only fit 10 in the elevator at a time. So I promise I'll try and come back sometime today.
So if we go back and explore the caves, you're cool.
No, because I'll be back down in about 40 seconds. Usually by the time it'll take everybody to get back out to that room, I'll be back down here looking for people. So.
These guys are definitely bigger and fatter. Videotaping it? I guess it wants that thing. It's gonna dig it up.
Well, that's it for this video. Please subscribe. It'd really help. Thanks for watching.